Good Voch Rabbi Sai. Eli Stefansky. Welcome all the guests. The Malava Malka tonight, sponsored by Sprinting Allen Gross for the 37th yahrzeit of my father, Tez Zayin Shvat. B'Yom Isaac ben Tzvi Hirsch HaKoyin Zichron L'Bracha. Based in Shoma, having Aliyah. Allen Gross is in the house with us tonight. Yishur Koyach Allen. What do we have here? Guys, two ideas about making one giant WhatsApp group with 40,000 people and everybody checks in. Okay, good luck. The second one, those of you who used to watch, what's the name of it? Sports Center. Or those TV shows. So they have on the side, tell you what's coming up in 5 minutes. So he said, let's do something like this. But you're gonna have Zrika Saddam coming up, Pigel, Emurim. I don't know what this is all about. Okay. Nathaniel Karen, learning the daf while on vacation in Plano, Texas.
That's a hot new vacation spot now.
It's hot, that's for sure.
And it's interesting. This guy that sent the whole this thing is from Los Angeles. I'll even read his name. What's his name here? Noam Gershaw from Los Angeles. Lahavdil, this would help tremendously with sugi retention and seeing what topic we're currently discussing. Listen, this guy needs to know what topic we're discussing now. What's going to help the topic we're going to discuss in the future? Okay, listen, some people need to know what we're talking about now. On the screen now. Then there's another guy here from Los Angeles. On the same day, Nachum Ben Yosef. I started to follow your Daf Yomi, Menachos. I able to follow Hebrew Daf morning and English at the evening. So interesting. There's a bunch of people in Los Angeles. We got to get them all together. Is there that video I sent you? Oh, here. Donnie Fine's son, check this out. In a mostly non-religious unit, gets up there in front of everybody and makes a siyum on Menachos Voch. And he learns every single day with us. Huh? No, you're going to see soon. Did it go? Did the camera pan? They're doing, a lot of them are doing other stuff. Not wearing yarmulkes. They're doing a siyum for them. I think it's beautiful. Huh? There he is. He just walked into the house as we're showing. Look at the screen. What? Come on, get over here. Get over here. It's a kiss from Hashem that you walked in as I'm playing your video. And you have a bunch of Gemara. What are you doing with those Gemaras over there? So, wait a minute. Just tell us real quickly what's going on over here. It's okay.
Thank you very much.
It's Voch. So, okay, stop. Pause. Okay. Your unit is mostly non-religious?
Nobody's religious.
No one?
There's one or two guys that they're wear kippahs.
What is it called? Nachal Chiloni?
Good name for it.
So you're the only religious guy, you get up there in front of everybody, you make a siyum. They don't know what's going on. You're trying to be mashpia on them with Torah.
I put tefillin on everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
And when do you do the daf? In front of them? They're doing TikTok or whatever, and you're doing the daf?
Pretty much.
Beautiful, unbelievable. An inspiration, shkoyach. Thank you. Mazel tov on the siyum. Okay. Official edition MDY Shas Masechta by the Iranian Levi family's Perek Anonymous. Lili Nishma Zechariah Ben Moshe. Official edition MDY Shas, the Daf, Anonymous. Lili Nishmas Ochi, whoever full Yosef Shlomo Ben Rav Chaim Zichron L'Vracha. Nifter Zayin Elul Tovshin Nun Zayin. Masechta sponsor David Salomon. Dedicated memory of Avi Marib Shmuel Baruch Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi Dov Zichron L'Vracha. Masechta sponsors Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father Jack Gedalius. Anonymous. Haslacha Baruch Nis Uvagashmis. The Palchik Family Foundation. The Zech Nishmas Harav Agoy Reb Shlomo Palchik. The Metchetzer Ilui. Anonymous, Refuah Shlema LaMoshe ben Izaha. Anonymous, for a complete Refuah Shlema and Arichas Yom to Leah Bas Esther, Yisrael and Malki. Toili Torah Spicho Malfi Zav Chesed. We're so proud of you, Yaakov Mordechai. Keep steiging. Send the Grossen family. Canby Island, UK, in honor of Rebelli, who changed my meaning of life. Plenty Almighty. Yossi, Mark, and Benny, and all the Oiskim B'Tzorchem Diwaya. Kosh Baruch Yishalom Scharim. Monthly sponsors: Ari Simon, Refuah Shlema Avi Moria Baruch Ben Miriam, Jamie Azulai, Refuah Shlema Esther Bas Luna, Moshe Aaron, and Miriam Landy. Hoidel Hashem Kitov. Kilo Oilam Chazdo. Anonymous, Refuah Shlema Naftali Herzben Henya Leah, hidden tzaddik in our generation. Anonymous, in memory of Mazal Bat Leah B'Sanada and Hiskia. Anonymous, the schus, a verdict that is good in an open and revealed way. For Yosef Mordechai ben Bat Yeleah, Yehudis and Yehuda Lewis as a schus for everyone in need of a shidduch. Amen. Anonymous, for the merit of Michal Ben Yisrael Yosef, success and blessing in all areas of life. Sprinzin Allen Gross, Leonishma Shloim Zalman Ben Yitzchok Isaac Ben Yom and Isaac Ben Sfir Hirsch HaKoyer for Shlema Yehonatan Eitan Ben Besheva Bracha. Anonymous, for the merit of Refuah Shlema from Malka Baschaya, Centers.com, helping Yidden David Tzibor with pop-up minyanim anywhere worldwide. Lili Nishmas Chaim Shalom Ben Betzalel. Weekly sponsors: Alex, Abby, and Rivka Sarugo, to Isaac and Diana Bemurgi. Your love and support mean everything to us. We love you. Daily sponsors: Yaakov Slatus, Refuah Shlema to my mother, Chaya Yachid Bas Brindel, Karen Slatus, Refuah Shlema. MDY Art Month: Yosef ben Chaya Sar for Parnas Berevach, Refuah Shlema Yonatan Eitan Ben Besheva Bracha, Refuah Shlema Mordechai ben Esther, Refuah Hayeled Daniel Zev ben Hayeled Esther. Okay, so here's the question. Rabbi Isai, can a person bring a jar of levina to the Beis Hamikdash and say, Rabbi Shalom, bring a carbon levina? Is that doable? You say no. He says no. Baruch Hashem, we have machlekes here. Anybody else?
Can you bring anything and donate it and like the baby?
Anything? Like a can of cola is okay? Pizza?
And then he sell it.
No. I'm talking about to the mizbeach. You're putting it on the mizbeach. What about a pile of wood? Can you bring a pile of wood to the mizbeach? No, really. And how do you burn wood? With fire. So let's say you bring wood to the mizbeach. Oh, let's say you're right. You can bring wood to the mizbeach. Do you have to pour salt on it like you pour on a regular carbon? I don't know. Who says machlekes? What about levina? You have to pour salt on levina? So today's daf is a daf about salt. And we're going to have to see. Maskiv lo Rav Huna. Rav Huna has a question. 2 lines from the bottom of Daf Yotes Amud Beis, all the way in the bottom. Harei Melach. We were discussing yesterday the things that are in a mincha. Are they ma'akev, not ma'akev? Are they, how do you say ma'akev again? We had a good word. Essential is one word, is a better one. Mandatory. Mandatory is a better word. Yeah. Mandatory. Harei Melach. Tana Bey. Tana in our sugya means repeat. Tana Bey Kra, the Torah doesn't repeat it twice. Umakva Bey. We know salt is mandatory. It's ma'akev, at least according to this mandama. This anya bris melach oilam hu, shtehei bris amur b'melach. That's it. The Rabbi Yehuda. It's interesting because it could be you could call it a kiss from Hashem. That by Kriyas Yamsuf, the Zohar says that the water wanted a reward from the Rebbeinu Shalom. So Hashem said that no one will ever be makriv a carbon without salt from your. That was like the reward that the water got for doing the Kriyas Yamsuf. The Medrash says that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu separated the upper waters from the lower waters, so the water that was separated from the Rebbeinu Shalom was very upset. Now they lost that closeness to Hashem. So Hashem said, don't worry about it. I'll give you a Nisach HaMayim. You get rewarded Nisach HaMayim. He says, Nisach HaMayim is once a year. So Hashem said, okay, fine. We'll give you the salt that for the korbanos that also that you get every day. So Rav Steinman says, but how's that? You have a relationship with the Rebbeinu Shalom. You're right next to the Rebbeinu Shalom. You're there 24/7, 365, and then Hashem says, from your salt, it's not even you doing. Human beings are going to take the salt and be marked. So how's that a compensation? How's that? So he says, yeah, when a ben bechira does a mitzvah, and even if it's not the same, it's a lot. You see from here that it has at least the same effect as having a closeness to the Rebbeinu Shalom without the bechira. So us as bnei bechira, we could go this way, we could go that way. The fact that we do, even though it's not as much, it's worth a lot more than somebody that doesn't have bechira. Okay. Reb Shimon Oimer never kam bris melach olam hu. It's like Gzeir Shava, says Reb Shimon. It says the word bris. V'nemela halon bris kunas olam by Pinchas. Kashem sheyev shal karbanos b'lei kuhuna. We know that you need a kohen for a carbon. Kach yev shal karbanos b'lei melach. You need salt. So Mela, we're saying that you need salt. It's not doubled up. There's no double lashon. There's no two psukim. So says the Gemara, Omer Rav Yosef, Rav Kitana Didan Tzvirle. Our Mishnah, if you look in our Mishnah, it says that if he didn't do Kemitza, he didn't do Belila, Veloy Malach, the fourth thing in the Mishnah, and he didn't do Melicha. It's okay. Sheira, our Mishnah. It doesn't say Melach twice, and therefore, if you don't do it, it's not the end of the world. Why do we dip our challah in salt? Yes, what does that have to do with salt? What does that have to do with... Shulchan is mizbeach. And so why do we dip it? That I don't get. How come we can't pour it? Like the makbid, you shouldn't pour on the challah, you should dip it in the challah. But I think melach was actually poured. I don't think they dipped. Maybe they dipped. No, I think they poured it. Okay. But it comes from that idea. We go like this with our challah because of the smell that we're talking about now. Omar le'abaya, ihachi le'yotzak nami le'yotzak klal. Going back to the Mishnah. The Mishnah starts off. He didn't do yitzika. He didn't do the third oil. He didn't do blila. He didn't do ptita. And then he didn't do melach. We just said melach means he didn't do it at all. So then you have to say that the first thing in the Mishnah, lo yatzak, lo balal, means he didn't do it at all. But we know, we already established, elo lo yatzak kohen elazar. We already spoke about it, and we said that yitzika means not that he didn't do it, just a kohen didn't do it. A Yisrael did it. Hachanami lo malach kohen elazar, which we need to understand because the Gemara already spoke about it, and the Gemara said, what about blila? And the Gemara says hakidisa v'hakidisa. Each word could be a different meaning. So just because yitzika means that a kohen didn't do it doesn't mean that melicha means the same thing. But okay, where it says maybe it doesn't mean that you didn't do melicha at all. It just means that a kohen didn't do it. What do you mean? How could it's impossible? A Yisrael cannot come close to what do you do melicha on the mizbeach? Yisrael can't get there. So we had similar pshat yesterday. In other words, one of the things I remember was tia. It said tia. It's like a lashon of, it's a must. The Gemara says, yesterday we were talking about it says chukah, it says Torah. Sometimes you don't need the word chukah. Sometimes in order to say that it's a ma'akev, it's mandatory, you could say other words. One of the words is bris. Bris means a covenant. I have a bris with you, with Klal Yisrael. You have to do it like as so. You can't just almost do it and forget to do it. You must do it. Bris. It's just as strong as repeating the pasuk twice. If it says the word bris, you must do it. However, the problem is, why do you say that the Torah didn't say it twice? What, the Torah didn't repeat it? Now, if I show you the pasuk, it's going to be very, very understandable. Look at this. It says 3 times in the pasuk melach, not twice, 3. So the Torah did repeat itself. Ibn Ezra says, "Stam Yisoid," a thing. Pnimis HaTorah. He says, "Why melach? What's the thing with melach?" He says, "Because if human beings don't eat food without salt, So how could they serve the Rebbeinu Shalom without salt? It's not proper. You yourself need to put spices, and so then you serving the king of all kings, you should also. Says the Gemara, look at this anyo. This whole pasuk, you can't learn anything from this pasuk. We have limudim here. Oh, I think now we're going into it. What needs to be salted? I think maybe you have to salt the wood. Maybe you have to salt blood. Shenikru carbon. They're also called a carbon. Tamaloymar mincha. Ma mincha miyuchedesh acherim ba'im choyv Allah. So this is an interesting lashon, and try to remember it, because we're going to mention it 2-3 times here. It means that there's something else that comes together with it. Shacherim ba'im choyv Allah. In order to put the kmitza on the mizbeach, you need wood. You need to burn wood. So there's other things. Afkol shacherim ba'im choyv Allah. Wood doesn't need wood. Blood doesn't need wood. Kmitza needs wood. So what requires salt? Something that you need wood. So when I put the kmitza on the mizbeach, I have to salt it. But when I put wood on the mizbeach, I don't have to salt it. I put blood on the mizbeach, I don't have to salt it. Huh? Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Shalom Aleichem guest. We jumped into it. We have about a half hour left. But Amud Beis is very short. Okay. Let's see. Who are our guests tonight? Shalom Aleichem. I haven't seen you in a long time. You okay? You doing okay?
Dallas.
From Dallas?
I saw me on the student day.
Ah. I don't associate you with Dallas. I associate you with South Africa. Okay, welcome back. Shalom Aleichem guest. What's your name? Oh, from where? Shalom Aleichem Rebbe Leo. Then I can remember after. And you? Yerushalayim. Shalom Aleichem. Thank you. You know we do Hebrew later. You want to do you speak Hebrew also?
English is great.
English is good. Okay. Givaldi. And you?
Tuvia Nesher from Yerushalayim.
Tuvia Nesher from Yerushalayim. The guy next to you is also Tuvia. What's your name? Shmuel Linder. Ah, you're already here, you're saying?
I think so.
When are you guys leaving to America? I'm not pushing you out. It's Tuesday. What? Next?
No, they're learning.
He's learning. Ah, but you?
I'm learning in months.
You're learning in months. Givaldi. Okay. Who else is a guest here that needs to say Shalom Aleichem? You know, we had a guest there on Friday. Comes over to me after shir. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden, and I do the shir with you for years, and we have 8 guys that do the shir with you. He says, why didn't you speak up when I said guest? He comes to me after the shir. You better come back, that guy. He said he's going to come back. He's not here tonight? What are you pointing? He's here? Oh, somebody, what's your name?
Alex Chandrovsky.
From? Oh, that's mamish. Listen, in our book, Yerucham is like Stockholm, Sweden. I was there when I was a kid, actually. Yeah.
It's the same.
Really? Nothing changed. Okay. Weiter. As the Gemara, Imam Mincha Miyuchedes Shemateres. What does the Mincha do? What does the Kmitza do? The Kmitza allows you to eat the Shirayim. Yeah? It's one of the Matirim. You put the Kmitza on the Mizbech, you put the Levayim on the Mizbech, then the Kohanim can eat the Shirayim, so it's a Matir. I've called Shematir. So maybe anything that allows you to do something else would require salt. For instance, Avidam, Shematir. What about blood? Blood allows you to eat the rest of the carbon. Similar to mincha. So here's another, or we're going to remember this. This is one of the miyutim. We have 2 miyutim today. Ma'al mincha secha. It has to be from a mincha, v'loy mal domecha. You put salt on a mincha, you don't put salt on blood. Okay? Yochol te mincha kula tunas melach. Maybe you should put the salt on the shirayim part also. You see on the chart the shirayim also. Tamad loymar karban. Karban don melach ve'im mincha kula tuna melach. Where do you put the salt? On the carbon part, not the edible part. That's not the carbon. On the part that goes on the mizbeach. Ve'im le'el koimetz. Okay, so the thing on the top left, the kmitza part. Minayin l'rabbi says levayna. What about top right? The levayna part. My man is a levayna shkim ba imo b'kli echad. By the way, if you didn't do psalmim tonight, you can do from here. This Rabbi Schwartz bought it for me. I like it. It's big, nice pieces, and it has a nice smell. You have to make baruch atah Adonai l'chaylam b'rei minei psalmim. Somebody said atze. I think it's minei. You could do a bracha. It smells really good. But it's sap, and I don't think he said ChatGPT say atze. I'm chulk on ChatGPT on that one. Could be I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a big mumch in those halachas. It just doesn't sound right to me. Who's that? Oh, Stanford Hill. Wow, Shalom Aleichem. They have bad internet over there. It has a filter or something. Weiter. You said you shouldn't have a filter. You made fun of the filter. Yeah. And I just made a whole fight with myself. So the levayna and the flour come in one vessel. How can you compare? So that's why that's why you need salt. Oh, so here that's the question I asked in the beginning of Shir. Can you bring levayna by itself? And the answer is yes. I could bring a carbon harei olai carbon levayna. It's interesting, but it's done. Bring a whole kli full of levayna. How do I know that if it comes by itself without any flour, it also requires salt? What about the levayna that comes in the 2 spoons on the lechem apanim, on the shulchan of the lechem apanim? Back tyrus. And how do you know tyrus itself needs salt? Menachos kohanim. There's no kmitza by the kohanim. It goes straight onto the mizbeach. Menachos kohen Mashiach and the kohen gadol. The minchas chavitim, half in the morning, half in the afternoon. The minchas nesachim, a mincha that comes together with the wines that come with the certain karbanas. Eimuri chatas ve'eimuri asham, and the emurim. The emurim, like this. The emurim of the chatas, the emurim of the asham. I love the detail over it. Like literally, it like looks real. Ve'eimuri kachi. What's kachim? So Rashi says something interesting. I wouldn't know this without Rashi. He says, because it bothered me right away. You look in Rashi, because if you're talking about chatos and asham, so what else is there? What other kachim are there that are not addressed by the Gemara? Yeah? It says chatos, it says asham. So what else is there? There's nothing else on the list. Oh, says Rashi, yeah, there is something on the list. The shlamim that you bring on Shavuos. Ve'emur kachim. Ve'imurei kachim kal. And also, if you have regular shlamim, taida, ve'imurim they all require salt. Ve'imuri oila, you have to ve'evri oila. Sorry, all the limbs of the oila, ve'oila sa'if, all require. Minayin that they need salt. Hamad loymar al kol karboncha takriv melach. And that's the pasuk. And somebody screaming out. Maybe it was Ari. That even when you bring wood, akol karban chotavi melach, you always need, as we're going to see soon. Omer Mar.
The point that Gemara's making is that the pasuk is not repetitive because we need it for all these.
Right, correct. There's no kfelus over here because it's necessary. Omer Mar. It's written in my Gemara also, but whatever, I figured. Omer Mar, ein li ela koimetz. You can see? You want to see here? Look.
You asked for it.
Look, get over here. Look. What does it say over here?
Ain't kfelus something. I
Sorry. Omamar, Eli Elo Koimetz Kan Shoal. Yeah, I can't wait to get to it. It's going to be somewhere. Who knows? It's coming up soon. All right, Eli Elo Koimetz Minayin L'Rabbis is a Levayna. How do I know that I need salt on the Levayna? Marbani is Halavayna Shkein Ba Imo B'Kli Echad. We said the reason why a Levayna needs salt. How do I know that a Levayna, the frankincense, requires the salt? By the way, you could return that frankincense to me. It's okay. I don't know. Somebody pocketed it. Where's it? It's still going around. Okay, good. As long as it's moving. I get a little nervous when they start walking out with my stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm not walking. Yeah, correct. It's over here. Don't worry.
You don't throw the mincha and the at the same time? You're not makted them both at the same time?
Yeah, it's two separate actions. I think so. All right, according to another, this is a Levayna. Ask the Gemara, why do I have to say this svar? Because that comes in one kli. This is the idea that if there's wood that burns it, that requires salt. So Levayna is burnt by the wood, so it requires salt. Ema carbon cloud umincha prat. So Baruch Hashem, we don't even have to say that there's zero trauma when it comes to cloud prat cloud in this year. When the Torah says a generalization, the Torah says carbon. Carbon can mean all these things that you see over here. It can mean meat, it can mean wood, levayna, a bird, it can mean everything. So that's a very generalized musa. But then the Torah says minchascha. A mincha. Only on a mincha you should put salt. So that's prat. So anytime you have a generalization and then a specification of prat, then what the Torah is doing is saying, forget the klal. There's no klal. It's not generalized. It's very, very exact. It's a prat. But if the Torah adds another klal afterwards, then it opens it up again. But the reason why there's a prat, because now I have where to focus. It has to be very similar to the prat. So that would be if there's only a klal and a prat. So right now we're at a klal and a prat. Eva karban klal. The word karban is general. Umincha prat. Klal prat. Ein ba klal elo mashav prat. That what? So it has to be exact. There's no generalization. It's very specified. Mincha in midachrin aloi. We remove the whole list of karbanos that we saw before, all these different things, and it has to be only a mincha. And that's the only thing that requires salt. Hada amar, whoa! And then we said no. You got to continue in the pasuk. It says in the pasuk, "I'll call karbancha." Here we go. So it's karban, mincha, karban, kol karbancha, all the types of karbanos. So now it brings everything back in. Just what? There has to be something similar. It has to be a carbon similar to the prat, which is a mincha. So what do? Of course, you all know these. You say this when you say karbanos every day. Yeah, most of you say. You do. Well, you're only 12. You know what? When I was 12, I also used to say karbanos. I'm not joking. And then it stopped at some point. Shem Yirachem. You should continue until you're 120 saying karbanos every day. So you have a generalization on both sides. It's a sandwich. So you have to take the middle thing, the very specific thing called a prat, which discusses a mincha, and we learn from that to the general category. That what? We're still in that thing over there. The wood, there's wood that's burnt because of it. So everything in the klal has to be something that's why Yoshi put the fires over there. There's wood burning. If there's wood burning, you have a carbon that needs wood to burn, then it requires salt. The ba'im chayvela ma'iniu. Eitzim. Call eitzim. If anything has wood, then it requires salt. So now let's go back to a different question. Same question. If I bring a carbon that is wood, Does wood require wood? Probably not. So then why? Then I shouldn't have to salt it. Only something that requires wood. So the Gemara is going to say on Beis that wood requires wood. When you bring a pile of wood, you're not lighting it, you light underneath it. You light the wood from the Beis HaMikdash, and therefore, wood does require salt. Okay. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Gershom.
Gershom who? What?
Fern.
From?
Muncie. I live here now. I'm good friends with Eli's first time in Israel. I don't know how.
For real? First time ever? That is crazy. How old are you? Could I ask?
A few years older than you.
So it took you 50-something years to get here. That's unbelievable. Wow. And why did you come, Stam? You scared of flying, by the way?
I've been on a plane.
You just never dared to
I have a
Israel.
young couple that lives in Yerushalayim, so we're here spending a few days.
Wow. You never felt like you have to go to the Kaisel. That's unbelievable. I met a few people like you.
I was there before.
You know who else? No, seriously. There's, what's his name? Knew my friend I used to play basketball with from Muncie. Yona. Yona. No, what's his name? Okay, fine. His father's like 70 years old. Came to Israel for the first time. Yeah, now I'm gonna get it. That I forgot his last name. Yona.
And the whale?
No. Oh, that is Renana. Shalom Aleichem Renana. Very cool. Who are the guys in the top? Oh, that's Zoom. I thought it's like Ezra Snashim on top. They have no idea why the islands like to them. Okay. Zog the Gemara. Oh boy, we're running out of time. Ema Levina Vaisidam Dikin Nesachim. You know, that's an interesting thing what's going on here. The Gemara says that since blood comes together with something else, blood comes together with Nesachim, that the Nesachim come because of the blood. So Mela, they go together, and therefore it should require salt. Just like Levina comes because of a mincha, the Levina comes because of the mincha, and that's why it requires salt. So too, Nesachim that come because of the blood should also, the blood should need salt. Says the Gemara, no. Nesachim adei murim udas. Nesachim don't come, the wine doesn't come because of the blood, the wine comes together with the imurim. My taima? It makes sense. Achilu shtia. There's wine and there's meat. It's like that's what we eat on Shabbos. There's achila and there's shtia. For whatever reason, I said this in the Hebrew Shish, I'll say it now. It's just like, it popped into a guy, I just thought it was funny. This guy, he was going shopping, like he had, let's say, some sort of, vart he was doing that night. So he went shopping in the morning, he went to the bakery, bought a ton of cookies and cakes and stuff, and he put it in a box, and he went to daven in the shtibel with the box. So some Letts decided to get him good, so he took a bottle of Bromfen and put it right next to the box. So other people came, they said, oh, there's a box of cake. Like, typically it was a closed box, they weren't going to touch it, but since it was a bottle of liquor, they figured it was a tikkun. So they opened it up and they partied there, and the guy finished his Shemon Esrei, and there's nothing left in his box. Because also, people like to take home. And so they asked Rav Zilberstein, not a joke, is it a grama, not grama, the whole thing. Okay. Huh?
It's only if it was banana shops.
That's in your... Zog the Gemara Adrabah. Kapara v'simcha. Simcha meaning the wine. The wine is the end of the... You have a kapara through the blood, and you have the simcha that, you got a kapara. You don't even have to drink the wine. Just bring wine. It's like part of the simcha. There's a yid that comes to the Rav, and he tells the Rav, like he's a little bit overexcited about this avera, this massive avera he did, and he wanted to know, could he get a kapara? So the Rav said, what do you want from me? He says, I want the Rav to give me a tikkun. So he says, okay, take 10 lemons, squeeze them, and drink the juice in one gulp without any sugar, without any water. The guy says, that's it? For this big aver, that's it? No, he says, no. That's just to wipe that smirk off your face, and then we can talk. I don't know who's laughing over there, but it's Gishmak. He makes the joke Gishmak. Ella levaina by ima b'kli echad. The reason why levaina gets salt, because it comes together with the mincha in one kli. Nesachim and b'kli echad. But the nesachim are separate. The wine is separate, that's why there's no salt. Aval eitzim, ki heichdim tzkasher b'hu mincha, hachim tzkasher b'kulu korbanos. The wood that goes together with the mincha goes together with all korbanos. That's why it needs salt. As the Gemara Ve'ema ma prat mefurish achirim b'im choyvelo u'materes. This kmitza comes together with wood, but it also is a matter. So basically, it has two things going for it. Maybe you need two things. Maybe it's not enough that it just comes with wood. It comes with wood, but also it's a matter. So maybe you need two things. The levaina that comes together with the lechem hapanim comes from the shulchan. It's the matter for the lechem hapanim. Without putting it on the fire, you don't get to eat the lechem hapanim. It's also something that needs wood. So you have two things going for it. You have wood and you have a matter. Anything that doesn't have these two things, not. Says Gemara, no. Blood is just a matter. There's no wood with blood, so it has one thing. So then, if it only has one thing, l'chayra, you know automatically it doesn't need salt. So then, if you know automatically it doesn't need salt, why do you need a pasuk ma'amim chasecha? You need a pasuk ma'amim chasecha because that's not how you figure if something needs salt or not. It's not dependent on one or two things. Obviously, it's not about 2 versus 1. Otherwise, we wouldn't need a pasuk specifically being mimad blood. Even if it only has one thing going for it, it does need salt. We learn from the pasuk that's the miud, and to exclude it's only a mincha but not blood. Maybe it's not, you don't need to put salt on the limbs. No, it makes sense logically that you should have to salt limbs. Shekain, in my Gemara it says, I like it, Eish benitma. They actually changed, the Oiz V'Hadar changed the, what everybody else has is Ashban Tma. Over here it's Eish benitma, fire in the Tumah. And we don't even do this, we don't use the last aleph, but basically it stands for this right over here, as the Gemara is going to explain. What am I missing? I feel like I'm not showing a certain video. Oh. This? No, the guy brings a wood carbon. No, I think that's later. It's later also. No, let me show that later. I have to show it later. It's later. I'm jumping the gun here. All the good videos are for later. Okay. That's also later. It's all the way at the end. Okay, so I'm saying you have to salt up these limbs. Why? Because they have 6 things that are similar to a mincha. What are the 6 things? You have to burn it with wood. You have to burn the limbs with wood, just like a mincha. Ishim kamaisa, you need fire. Bachutz kamaisa, they're outside of the heichal, but sometimes blood is different because blood is inside. Blood, you don't put on the fire. You throw it on the wall. You don't have wood underneath it. Noiser kamaisa. Avarim have the Isser of Noiser leaving over. Tuma kamaisa can't be Tame. Mi'ila kamaisa, and if you use it, you have to pay the Beis Hamikdash. You use blood, nah. Says Gemara, Daf Yomi Beis Adarabba. Oh, we're going to pause there for our sponsors. Turning of the Daf, Adar Global, your one-stop shop for all your financial needs. Isaac Castle, in honor of all the MDY Daffers in South Florida, we should all be Zoicha to be Matzliach Baruch Nisu Begashmias. Anonymous. In memory of Rav Moshe Ben Peretz, first yard site, Chav Zayin Shvat. Adarabba, Dam Havalela Rabuye. Hold on, we're gonna take a comment from Aryeh. Go.
Keep it for next time.
Dam Havalela Rabuye. You might not have next time. Yeah, there's a Shasa Kosher here. I'm looking at the clock. There's 7 minutes to do 6 lines. Dam Havalela Rabuye. Blood is similar to mincha, and blood should require salt. Shekei matter kemoisa, blood is a matter. It allows you, after you spray the blood, sprinkle the blood, you allow to eat the carbon. First of all, it's matter kemoisa. Second of all, nifsal b'shkia sachama kemoisa. It's possible when shkia comes along. Over here, there's a massive taisvus. We discussed it in Zvachim, the famous shita of Rabbeinu Tam, that Shkia, he says, is not like we think, is when the sun goes below the horizon, but rather it's 58 and a half minutes later, and then you have 13 and a half minutes of Ben Hashmashas, a total of 72 minutes. That's Shitas Rabbeinu Tam. Akopanim, you have two things that are similar. Blood is similar to Mincha, two things. Says Gemara, Hanach Nefishon. But we had 6 things that Eivarim are similar. So that's why I'm going to take the pasuk and be memayed blood and not Eivar. Omemar. I think that wood and blood require salting. Why? Because they're called shenikru carbon. But because I thought that, that's why I have a miut al menchascha and not blood. Who says that wood is considered carbon? Rebbe. You're right. According to Rebbe, you would need salt. You would have to salt the wood. The sanya carbon mincha, which is extra melamed, you're allowed to come and donate wood. Now, we in Bet Shemesh and in New York, we don't know what it is, but in many places around the world, you go to Switzerland, you go here, and in the Haim, it was all about wood. What are you shaking your head? In your house you have wood piled up? No. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And the side of the houses they have all over Europe. They take the wood, they throw it into wood is a thing. People used to sell wood. Fireplaces. That wood, you go bye-bye. It's not you need wood. So a guy says, listen, I'm giving, instead of have this valuable wood, I'm giving it to the Beis HaMikdash. It's a nice carbon. How much is it considered a carbon? Shnei gzir. You have to give like 2 pieces. It's a carbon. Wood is in fact a mincha. It's a type. What kind of carbon? It's not a carbon oila. It's a carbon mincha. Utuunim melach, utuunim agasha. You have to take it. Let's see if we even have a gasha. I don't even know if we have it. But you know what a gasha is. You have to take it, the wood, and bring it to the Mizbeach on the southwest corner. We're going to finish us. There's one you said that everybody knows. Southwest. That we can be at every shear in the world. We know southwest corner. Anything else? Lo yedeh. A few things we picked up here and there. Listen to this, you're not going to believe this. Eitzim tu'unim kmitza. How in the world do you do kmitza? So that's this video right over here. Let's watch it. It's geschmack, this video. Why is it so geschmack? Because I told Yoshi to do this video a half hour before share. This is what he was able to do. Well, maybe an hour. It's just, you have to have the idea. It's a ninja. Oh my gosh. It's gewaldig. How do you do kmitza with wood? Rashi at the end of the Masechta says you have to make it into sawdust. And then you do kmitza. That's what he says. You break it up into small pieces. Geschmack, huh? Come on, you can't complain about this one.
I'll take it.
You're gonna take it?
What is that?
But the Evid or lechatchila? Okay, good. Wow, you're tough. Baba Rava, he's on Mendy Auerbach side. He's on the same team.
The guy who creates those.
What? He's the guy that writes those anonymous emails. Baba Rava Rebbe, eitzim turim kmitza. You need to do kmitza. Baba Rava Papa Rebbe, eitzim tzrichim eitzim. This is unbelievable. You can't just put. Oh, so here's Yossi Shachar's video. Hold on. Where was it? Here. Oh, that's a Hebrew. We don't need Hebrew. This one.
Shalom. I brought a korban.
If you didn't like this one, that one, forget this one. Go to sleep, John.
Not the horse, pashut not. The etzim. The etzim? Yes, the woods can be a korban.
You can lower it a little bit.
So what's with the wagon there? You brought 2 korbanos? Mamesh, funny. That's the wood to burn my korban. Oh, interesting.
Kitzer, you need wood to burn the wood. You can't just bring wood. Oh. So the problem is, how do we deal with the Brisa? In the Brisa, it seems like wood doesn't need salt. And over here, Rebbe says before, wood needs salt. Says the Gemara, okay, samim mekan eitzim, you're right. If so, you have to take the word eitzim out, because eitzim does need wood, salt. Ve'ela kro lamutei mai. So now we have be'etzem, so right, there's a whole long Rashi here. There's 2 miyutim that we have, if you remember. We have al menachos, I told you guys to remember menachos. We have this one, the klal or pratu klal. That's a miyut. But if you're going to remove wood, which requires salt, so what's the second miyut for? One miyut, okay, we'll say blood doesn't need salt. But what's the second one for? That I already took out from Mal Mechasecha. So now what do I do with the klal of klal? Says Gemara, afik eitzim vayal nesachim. Okay, nesachim, wine doesn't need salt. How do I know that from the second miyut? The sanyo. Really, we're going to start over here tomorrow. We can just read it. There are 4 things that don't require salt: wine, blood, wood, and ketores. Says Gemara Mani, Rebbe kasha eitzim. Rebbe just said that wood does require salt. Irabonon kasha ketores. They do require salt for ketores. And Memela, the Gemara goes on to say it's a different Tana that says, and that we can finish tomorrow. Rabbi Isai, have a wonderful day. A good Voch. Yishkoyach for coming.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.